Am I live? Not yet. Let me see. Okay. Welcome back to the Wolfrhymes show. I'm your host, Fabian Garcia, aka Wolfrhymes. Today, I'm going to continue to improvise as a host, use spontaneity, and I'm going to be listening to. Wait, what is it? This side? Oh, okay. That's the music I'm going to be listening to at the bottom right there. That's the title. Yes. Okay. So here goes. I'm going to play it now. And I'm going to draw more trees for my comic book. And I'm just going to be talking along the way. If I run out of things to talk about, then I will look at my notes. I'm trying to be like a TV host. So, I need to. I'm a beginner at this. I'm like a caveman. I don't know what I'm doing. But everybody starts off somewhere. Let me see. Okay, so let's see. No. Why did I choose? I'll just talk about random stuff, but yeah. Now I hear you cry for ecstasy. I'm just hearing the song. It's an awesome song. Shades of Rhythm. The song's called Ecstasy. Okay, I know what I'll talk about. Well, one thing about me that some people know, or I don't know if a lot of people know, but I am a vegan. I do care about animals. I've been a vegan for a year. Before that, I've been vegetarian since I was 12. Um, so, let's see. I don't know how far I should go and talk about this, but ever since elementary, I've been bullied, you know, picked on, getting into fights. I won fights, I lost fights, and I was very at a young age. I was very much homicidal towards and suicidal, you know, towards my enemies. So, I don't like to talk about this, but I grew up out of a lot of this, but and I don't really like to talk about it, but people want to know who I am. I care about animals. I love animals. So in elementary, I remember. Let's see. I was How old was I? I think after my dad's death, when I was 7, that's when I first realized that death was a sad and scary thing. So, you know, um, I don't know if I should talk about this. I don't think I will talk about this, but I am a vegetarian. A vegan. Sorry, because I care about animals. It's just I'm not a very eloquent speaker. I keep to myself. But if I type on the internet, I am a very eloquent speaker. I could be like if I take my time. Just that when the cameras are on me, I get nervous, and then I don't do a good interview or whatever. And some people watching like, you don't even have one viewer. Who the hell are you talking to? You know what, man? You don't know shit about the Matrix, so shut your ass up. And then here's the thing, like I have a sense of humor now. Back then when I was young, teenager, and in school, I was always either crying because people were trying to beat me up, or because I care for animals, or whatever. And like as I grew older, I've developed a sense of humor. Like it might not be a perfect sense of humor, or it might not have all these punchlines like I, like carefully structured. Like I just, I have some kind of a sense of humor, but I didn't really have one before. I mean, I have one with my friends, but not like, I don't know. I don't really have a big sense of humor. Well, I mean, I won't get detailed into, my upbringing, not yet, but yeah, I mean, I always was getting into fights, being a loner, caring for animals, and I was an outcast. I was always just going against the grain, uh, and nowadays, I mean, like I am a Christian now, so I'm not saying I forgive all that, but um, I do forgive to some extent. Hold on, let's see what's the next song. What happened? And let's see, what do I talk about? Oh, that's the thing. I gotta get used to not saying and likes. I say that a lot. Like I pause and say I somewhere heard that that's like a person who's a psycho, but whatever. I mean, I just think it's just I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say. I'm trying to be spontaneous, so it's is like loading. It's not fucking psycho. I mean, I've been in the psych ward, but okay, maybe I'm a psycho, but I'm a good psycho. So yeah, give me some credit for being good. Don't. I'm not paying attention to drawing. So one thing about me is like I used to be very vigilant for animals, like I'm not as much as before, and I should be. It's just like I've gotten to the point in my life where it's like I'm 33. Like like I've always felt like I wanted to do something huge for animals, like change the world type of thing, Yes, but as you look at reality, it's like you just see it's difficult, man. You gotta. It's I don't know how. I think just being an influence to an extent. I do my part. I'm vegan, care about animals, and then whoever likes me might follow in my footsteps, and that's about it. That's all I can do. And also, two of my comic books have to do with saving animals. Those are the after this comic book, I'm gonna be doing those. Um, and lately, like I feel kind of like a lot of guilt and shame, because, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have to admit it. I have to say it. I um, I fell in love with a woman. Like I don't know, just everything about her is so perfect. Except I think I don't know. I think she might come from a family, well, of hunters, and or she might have been a hunter. Or she might have hunted, or I don't know. I mean, I have these suspicions, and I've gotten to the point where I'm like so in love with her that it's like I forgive her, but then at the same time I feel like part of me feels like I betrayed myself, like like I gave up the fight, like I don't know, I feel neutral, I feel numb, but at the same time when I think about her, like she feels like the love of my life, like she's just oh man, she's perfect. Like everything else about her is just perfect. It's like, I mean, I don't like to mention her name because I think, if she watches me, she gets pissed off because she's married, and then some people might say, well, why do you keep chasing after her? I don't know why, man. I don't know why. I mean, if I can control my mind and just go, I mean, because I wrote this song about her, and it basically says like, I wish I could have gone back in time and never met her because I knew she was going to put kind of a roadblock on what I wanted to do to, help animals. Like she was going to hinder some part of me, like, or just simply being in love. It's like you feel like, I don't know. It's like a part of it's like a big waste of time. Like I mean, like I think about it too much, and then I just don't focus on what I have to do. I'm like hypnotized. Like I can't. She's an ASMR artist, and at first when I first saw ASMR, I was like, "What the hell is this? Whispering into a mic? Like, how is this? I didn't understand it." But when I ran into her videos, oh man, I felt madly in love with her. Like to this day, I mean, it's been 3 years and I'm still in love with her. It's just I don't know. Okay, I'll just say her name. Should I say her name? I mean, she knows who she is. She's Noelle Brienne Elbel ASMR. I drew her on my Instagram, like 3 drawings of her, and I've been, talking on and off to her on Twitter. Like, but she gets pissed off at me. Like, she just like blocks me, and then I gotta make another account. Okay, this is embarrassing. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. But you know what? I just think that why not just talk about your damn problems? I mean, I have no viewers right now. I mean, maybe in the future I'll get a lot of viewers, or maybe not. I might make like 200 or 300 videos, and then nobody's watching them. So what do I really care? And what do I got to lose? I mean, should I just keep this to myself, like how I feel about her? I mean, really? Or should I just say how I feel about her? I mean, she's amazing. Like, she's like a movie star. Like, I mean, I'm attracted to women that are able to have like, they're skillful, they're talented. It's just like I love that genius side of a woman, because like I seen her do some acting, like, and I think she does sort of like improvisation, and that's like, she's like a genius. And if my genes say I want to have a baby with her, it's like have like a genius baby, yeah. But I'm in love with her. Don't. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh. I mean, part of me feels embarrassed to talk about this. I mean, it's just. I mean, it looks like. I mean, it's like I feel like I expect people to bash me, saying, "Man, move on with your life. Get another girl." I don't know, man. And okay, what do I say? Oh, well, I took a course in college. First class I took was, I don't know what it was called. I think it was called Counseling 110, and we learned about the Myers Briggs test. There's like 16 personalities according to, I think, psychology, and I have mine's INFJ, which is 1% of the male population, and it's like we're very introverted. INFJ, I stands for intuitive. No, no, what was it again? I forget. But the J stands for justice. No, not justice. Judging. And I've read somewhere else that INFJs they tend to look for the perfect relationship. Like they're like perfectionists, and that's how I am. Like I don't want to just get with any girl. Like she has to be super special, and that's how I see her. She's super special. She's just, oh man, I'm speechless every time I see her. I just don't, man. But I think she hates me though, because I've had like my schizophrenic episodes, and then she's like, "This guy's fucking crazy." I don't blame her, but it's just that's why me, I want to find the devil one day and kick his ass, because I think he's the one that fucks up everything. But maybe not. I don't know. I think he's to blame though. He's the one that gave me schizophrenia. He's the one that got me into the hospitals. It's his fault. And if it's not, I don't know. I mean, it could be that my medication, they orchestrated me to fall in love with her. Now you might say, "What the hell? It's just a pill, man. Just chemicals. They don't go that deep." I think it does go that deep. I mean, I do believe that demons do exist, and maybe the intelligence of, I mean, the people who created medications, they subconsciously were being controlled by demons to create certain. I mean, it's like I do believe we're in a simulation, and certain things are controlled. And me talking about this, they're gonna more demonetize me, maybe. I don't know, but I think maybe they might have orchestrated me to fall in love with her so that they stop the fact that I stop fighting in a way. I mean, part of me feels really sad, but then there's this other part of me that when I think about her, it's just like I'm super happy. Like I've never been happy before. Like super happy. And I mean, maybe some people out there, they might that are vegan, they might be angry at me like, "Why do you love her, man? Don't love her." But you know what, man? I've been in this fight since fucking 7 years old. I gave up a social life, a love life, a sex life. I've been a loner. I've been crying. I've been suicidal because I care for animals. All these things, okay? So I feel like I put up one of the strongest fights in my generation. Like, people have never seen that. You know, they've never seen it because that's my life. You know, but if my life was a movie, I think people would know that I've fought pretty hard. I mean, I might not have gone to protests or different stuff like this, but I beat up people. I fought people. I did things that people, wouldn't do. I talked back to big bullies or whatever. So, I mean, and I don't want to give up the fight. And, I mean, I guess I might have fallen in love with the enemy. But I don't know if this is orchestrated by God or, worst comes to pass, it's orchestrated by the devil. And if that's the case, oh man. She's in my comic book. And I can't get her out of there because she's like a perfect character. I love the way she acts and thinks, and I love her. And somebody's watching saying, "Man, you're fucking crazy." Man, we're all fucking crazy, man. Nobody's fucking perfect, man. Oh, wait a minute. Is it even showing? Hold up. Sorry. There's been a lot of songs that passed, but I didn't. Every time I gotta click to show you what I'm listening to. Okay, so I'm listening to that right now. Dun 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 dun. Okay, where am I? Dun dun dun. No, no, no. I mean, there's a huge part of me that just wants to let her go completely, like move on. But and I try, but I keep coming back. And if they're orchestrating something, it's just they just want me to be a fan so that she has fans. You know, it's like I think that's maybe the way the universe works. Everybody has some kind of a fan, and depending on how hard you work, you gain more fans. And you know, somewhat, sort of, not really, but religious. Like I read the King James version of the Bible, and you know, I lately, you know, for a long time, I wouldn't try to post things online because I remember the verse that says, "What good is it?" I don't know the exact words, but it just says like, "What good is it if a man forfeit his soul?" No, what was it? Yeah. What good is it if you inherit the kingdoms but forfeit your own soul or something like that? You know, and that's why I always get scared of you know, posting stuff online or becoming famous. Like, I have this fear because I've been in psych wards and I do feel the fear of God, like at times, not all the time, because it's hard to function like that. But you know, but lately the reason why I post more and I don't care as much as before, I'm not as fearful, is because I think, and this is just a theory, I don't know if it's true. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think everyone. Okay, just my opinion. Okay, don't get um, angry at me because maybe you have a different God or whatever, and I respect if you have a different God. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not. You know, you might be right. You might be wrong. I don't know. I'm not God, but I think the reason why, according to the King James version of the Bible, the reason why Christ is above all names, I think the main reason is because he did not accept the kingdoms. But everyone else under his name, everyone will accept the kingdom sooner or later. In other words, like we all humans will become famous somehow. You might say, what the hell? How is that even possible? Well, with the technology and the way it's developing and how fast it's growing, like I believe everybody's gonna be some kind of a movie star or whatever. And and I know that Google, which is linked to YouTube, Google they own I don't know if they own one or how many they own, but they own quantum computers. If you look up Gordy Rose, and he talks about quantum computers, and he claims that they're able to tap into other dimensions, alternate realities, um, and basically with those machines you can what did he say? I don't remember. He said something about like you can see different. Well, I don't know if you can see, but it's able to see a complex array of different alternate realities. Like one where you chose to take a subway instead of a train or a bus, or what you had for lunch or dinner. You know, like it goes like it can go very complex, almost infinite, right? So, and then he claims that later they're going to be able to pull in resources from other alternate realities, and if Google has a quantum computer, how hard is it for them to contact another alternate reality and I don't know. I mean, how to say because I look at YouTubers like big YouTuber names, and they have like 100,000 subscribers, and then you look at their Twitter, and like only like two people are asking them questions per post, but then yet you see their YouTube, and it's like blown up. They got like a homeless of fans. I'm not saying that those are AI, but those are probably people from other dimensions commenting on their. I mean, it's like I know that sounds crazy, but I think it's like everybody in the future has fans. Everyone does. But you have to work for those fans. I mean, in order to get those fans, you gotta post something up. Like right now, I'm posting this up. I don't have any viewers right now, but as I keep posting, sooner or later, I'll grab someone's attention. And of course, I gotta work at it. I gotta fix myself. I gotta, you know, I mean, one of my biggest problems is opening my mouth and saying something stupid and, I mean, like something really offensive, and then that makes people not want to visit my social media. So I had to work on a bunch of shit. I'm 33, and I'm always learning. I'm always growing. I'm always changing. I don't want to change like the core things about me, even though right now it feels like it's being attacked. Um, Damn, it took too long. 26 minutes, but still I'm talking. Oh, forgot to change the song. All right, we're at a new song. Where is it at? Come on. So, oh yeah, back to what I was saying. So basically, I'm not a fearful as much as before to post stuff and become famous as I was before, because I think my God forgave all that, and it's like it's a way to show he loves me, so he just wants me to have fun, just even if I become famous, even if I become rich, like it doesn't matter. And then somebody's watching right now, like, you got no viewers, buddy. Well, that's true, but you don't know the future, so shut your ass up. Ah, come on. Dun 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 dun. Ah, I forgot it goes. Well, I mean, sometimes I get afraid, like to try to become famous, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm like, I go to work at a gas station, and I come home tired, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can try to get a career. Like I've been trying to get become a computer programmer, but I mean, like I don't know how they do it. Like I think it's just an inborn genetic, you know, desire that they have, that they're able to do that for so many hours a day, like, and not get tired or bored of it. Like, but since I know how to somewhat draw and somewhat make music, like that line of work is just boring and tiring. Like staring at code all day. Like, yeah, you make good money, but oh man, I don't want to do that. I'd rather be one day the life of the party. You know, going to Vegas, singing and rapping in front of people. I mean, You might say, why don't I do that now? I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm very scattered. I'm trying to get organized, and a lot of this disorganization I think comes from, you know, side effects from the meds. Overworked sometimes. I don't know. It's a bunch of shit. Oh, what the hell was I looking for? Come on. All right. Next song is this one. Why does that happen, man? Oh, son of a... Come on, man. Damn you. No. What was I gonna say? The only problem is now people that are catching up with this, like that they're starting to post stuff online. I mean, pretty much everybody is. They're, going in their own world. It's gonna take a super long ass time. Well, maybe depending on technology, but for people to get a good following, because nobody wants to work no more. I think it's important to have some kind of a balance. You gotta. So right now, like my balance, like I used to work 60 hours, 50 hours, but as I got sick and landed in hospitals, I mean, my mind can't handle as much. So, and then just recently I got sick, sort of, and they had to cut more hours. So I'm doing part time right now, and it's just, but everybody has a different balance. But I think it's important to continue to work. I mean, you can't just. I think it's wrong. Like somebody works at a convenience store, and then there's a YouTube star or whatever, and then just bask in the riches, and they just basically, yeah, they don't. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong because they're greedy or nothing like that. It's just it'll be bad for themselves. It's not gonna help them in the long run. They have to become stronger to be able to go out there, and it's like you gotta do both. It's like it's a good balance. I mean, everybody's balance is different, but I think people should never stop working. Um, if you even if you become a big YouTube star, you gotta have at least some kind of a part time. I mean, just to keep your mind. I don't know. I think it's just balanced, and it's also like just think about it. Like if everybody becomes a YouTube star, then nobody's gonna want to work. And then who's gonna stock the shelves? I mean, maybe robots in the future, but I think it's wherever there's. I mean, if you just let them do everything, I mean, at some point, it's just that's gonna be dangerous too. I mean, sometimes I'm serious, sometimes I'm goofy. I mean, I'm a human. I got all the emotions. Let me see. And that's the thing too. Like, I want to get better at this, be more presentable, and I want to become a more eloquent speaker. I don't want to mumble or or likes or none of that shit. I mean, like, I have a bad habit of all that. I mean, it has to do with nervousness. Really, that's what it comes from. Like, if I don't get as nervous, take my time, I calm down, it's easier to speak. But also, the lithium I take is the side effects is known to cause slurred speech. So that's not good either. And I said that in my last episode, but I don't know if anybody saw that one. Probably just a few people. So maybe probably didn't see the whole thing either. I don't blame them. I mean, I gotta get good at this show. Okay, so this is the next song. So somebody might ask, why am I in love with El Bell ASMR? Well, many reasons, but I mean, I can't really pinpoint it. It's completely subconscious. It's just like when I think about it, I feel super happy. Like, oh man, I'm in love with her. The problem is that since she knows how much or how obsessed, since she knows how obsessed I am with her, I mean, I think that just scares any woman. So it's just like, I gotta just, I don't know, man. I gotta try to move on, but it's difficult, man. It really is. Every time she posts a new video, I'm like, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch it. So why do I? So I used to get into fights when I was younger, and I used to be in really good shape. Like if you see the other videos of mine, like where you see the old video from 2004, I was skinny. I was like Bruce Lee body. I was like very trim, very. I mean, not as as uh as perfect as Bruce Lee's body, but I was like very slim and trim. But since they put me on the meds, it's like the devil just knew exactly where to piss me off, and he made me fucking fat, fucking bitch. That's why I want to kick his ass. I want to beat the shit out of him. But you know, I don't know. Lately, also, I feel like I don't know if I don't know. I mean, I don't like to say it because I don't want to get in trouble. But like, what if God wants me just to forgive everything and everyone? It's like I don't know, man. Like even that piece of shit devil. But I don't know. I can't read God's thoughts, and I would rather be cautious and continue to hate the devil till the day that I die. You know. No, 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 no. So what else do I talk about? Oh, well, I've been known throughout my entire life to and this might upset some people, and like I apologize, but it's not. I mean, you might just misinterpret certain things, so I gotta explain myself. I mean, I don't have to explain myself, but it's just, I think in order to go where I'm destined to go or where I want to go, people have to know me to a certain level. They have to know certain things about me. So I basically, people that sort of know me, they might categorize me as a homophobe. So because I use gay slurs, but I don't hate gay people. I don't. It's like I mean, most of the ones that I met are cool, but it's just I use those slurs. It's just you know basically because my enemies would say shit like that to me. I'm like, fuck you. No, you are. Whatever. I tell them shit, and it's that I only have those slurs from my enemies. Like Eminem and 50 Cent and all those motherfuckers. Like mainly because like they throw around those words real easily, like and they think they're all tough, and they're just really little bitches. Sick and tired of them. I mean, they like shitty ass music, and then they just fucking babble all over the fucking track like an idiot. And then like it's like Eminem has this corny ass fucking like voice, like, and then like he calls everybody else like a fag or whatever. Bitch, you sound like one of the gayest rappers I've ever heard. Like really, like this stupid ass voice. Like every time you rap, it sounds like this, and every time, like, bitch, you sound like I don't know. Like when I first heard him, I thought he was trying to like impersonate like I thought he was trying to act like he was gay or something. Like, and then he calls everybody else gay. Like, fuck you, man, you're gay. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but you know, you shouldn't be throwing those words around. Like, you should check yourself before you wreck yourself. But I mean, I do, when I say, um, homophobic slurs, if somebody um, gets offended and they get angry or they feel hurt, like I mean, I feel bad. Like that's why I try not to say things in front of people that are gonna get offended. And I mean, I shouldn't be saying this maybe online, but it's just like I don't have those slurs for people that haven't done anything to me. But for my enemies, like I said, I use those slurs. I always use it at them because I know it offends them. That's the only reason why I use it. I mean, it also pisses me off that like, Eminem, the way uh, he shunned, well, he shunned techno, but that kind of like has an effect that affects every other kind of dance music from the 80s and 90s. Like, and techno is one of the best. So when he said that, like, most people they have this idea, like the subconscious idea, because it's just like they were trying to destroy that music. Well, it was already. I felt like it became watered down, and it already like it died on its own. But it doesn't help when people they try to categorize it as gay music. Like fuck you, bitch. Like all kinds of music composers compose techno music, not just uh, gay people. Like it's like all people, you know, made that music. Old school rave was a way to, embrace different cultures and different types of people. It's not like fucking it's gay. Like what the fuck? Like first off, like just listen to. I mean, Eminem's song Big Weenie. That shit sounds fucking gay. Like really. I mean, you talk about dance music being gay or whatever. Like I mean, like check yourself, man. Like really. listen to that song again. You sound like like yeah, you're gay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but don't be calling everybody else gay when you yourself sound like one of the gayest rappers ever. And like I said, when I say these things, I don't want gay people to get offended because I'm using these bad words to my enemies. I'm not using it against you. I'm using it against Eminem because I hate Eminem. And maybe some people say I should just forgive. You know what? Like, did he forgive his enemies when he rose to power? Did he forgive Everlast? Did he forgive what's the other guy? Benzino? No, he just fucking crushed them and he destroyed the careers. So why the fuck should I forgive? Why the fuck should I give a fuck? And the other thing about me is like, I mean, something that I don't like about myself that I need to fix um, is well, it's just an observation. I'm not saying it's the truth because, and at the same time, I can't point the finger really at anyone. I can't really shake the fist at anyone, but it's just like, um, I don't even know if I should even bring it up. I don't know. Probably might get too much hate. Like I don't want to get too much hate because I'm a person who does love a lot of people. I do. It's just sometimes certain things irritate me. Like I don't know if I should even bring it up, but maybe I should. I mean, I think sometimes, I mean, Jesus said, "Speak the truth, and the truth shall set you free." But what is truth? I think it's what you believe, what you truly believe. So I'll say it, but I don't know, man. I feel like I don't even know where to begin with what I'm about to say. So I have to be careful. But of course, here's the thing about people. Like I think people should really learn to like, and I will forgive even my worst enemies, but not now. Like, there's a certain time frame for everything. But I think people should be forgiving of celebrities. Like when they open up their mouth and they say something stupid or even go on a rant so big that seems like it's unforgivable. People should just forgive because you know what? I'll guarantee you, not maybe not in life, but in your death, when you go to heaven or you go to hell, you yourself might one day reach a point where you're, who knows, maybe famous, and then you'll feel the pressure that you gotta be careful and zip it and not say things that you're not supposed to, and one day maybe you might just blow the hell up because you're not perfect and you say something and then many people hate your ass. That's why, yes, we need to be forgiving of one another. Like to some extent, you gotta forgive. You gotta forgive. At some point in time, you gotta forgive. If you don't forgive, like it is written, you will not be forgiven either. So, if I say something that's offensive, you don't have to forgive me right away. But at some point, you do have to forgive. You can't. You're not perfect yourself. So one observation I made that kind of it's irritated me since I don't know, like um, I don't know, since I was a kid, sort of. Like I just noticed certain things, certain patterns, and nobody else could see these patterns but me. Um, and I don't want to bring it up because, but I think I should. I mean, it might. Uh, but at the same time, like, what is bringing it up gonna do exactly? Because if I bring it up, you know, hmm, it's a very delicate issue. It has to do with race, and it's nobody's fault exactly, but as long as things continue a certain way, the people that do things a certain way, it's their fault. So things have to change. Like I don't know. Where do I start with this? I don't know. I don't even know if I should even bring it up. But like I said, if I say something that upsets you, but know that I'm only human and that I make mistakes, and you should forgive me at some point. You know, it's like otherwise, if you ever become famous, and you want to say something, or you accidentally say something and everybody hates your ass after, that's a result because you did not forgive me. You know, it's like the universe, like, if you do not forgive me, you will not be forgiven. So let me see where I start with this. Mm, okay, whose fault is it really? I think it's first and foremost, and I'm just speaking on my own beliefs because it might not be even true at all. But it's first Satan's fault because he got everyone to fight each other. You know, even hurt animals. He's the one that caused all this. I don't know, but I assume, right? He's the one at fault for this. So I don't know. I don't know if I should say anything. It's just because, like, in my life, it could be a delusion, but like I feel like women have always seen me as an ugly guy, a very ugly ass guy. Like, and it's like I look myself in the mirror and I don't feel like I'm ugly. Like I just feel like that the society that they're programmed in is catered to people that you know I mean if you're Latino like me, you know like they'll only like you if you look like William Levy. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy don't even look Mexican. You don't look Mexican blood. I'm sorry, like, but he doesn't. He looks like a white guy, and it's like, so that's why, like, I'm human. I get jealous. Like, it's like, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to talk about this, like, but I think it's like at some point somebody has to say something. Like, there's all kinds of comments on the internet or whatever, but like also like you never hear a woman say like, "Oh, I love his dark black eyes." Like no, they always say blue eyes. Like, what are you, a racist or something? Like yeah, don't get me wrong, blue eyes are beautiful, green eyes are beautiful, but even my eyes are beautiful. It's just the only problem is that it's because they tend to look at the rare whatever is rare. So it's like they notice that, and I think that the way the elites have planned it was they made um, the rare people at the top, you know, and it's not the people that it's not their fault. I mean, it's well the elites that I believe follow Satan, and I could be wrong. I could bite my tongue in the future and say no, I was wrong. You know, 10 days from now, I could say I was wrong. A year from now, so like I'm always changing. I'm always learning. You know, like don't take what I say, you know, like I said it in stone or whatever. It's just the way I feel right now. I could be wrong completely. And it's like but the thing is like I don't like to mention these things because it's not white people's fault either. It's none of their fault. Like how is it their fault? It's not. That's why I can't really say anything, but at the same time I think people need to I don't know, man. I don't like yeah, what do I say? Because I had a lot to say, but it's just I don't know how to say it in a way that can help the world. Because if I say it a certain way, it might make things worse. Um, I don't know. I don't want to make things worse. I want to make things better. And it's like I don't know. Oh, that's the thing. I mean, because in my own life, like all my white friends, I mean, I mean, it's easier for them to get, you know, a girlfriend or whatever to make women attracted to them. And for me, the pattern was that I've, you know, been rejected so many damn times, and it's like at some point, like I just start to feel like it's maybe has to do with because when I walk into a store and I go and I whatever, I go to the checkout aisle and I want to I'm paying for something, then the cashier, she clearly speaks English. She's speaking English to the people before me. Then when I come up, she starts talking to me in Spanish. Like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, so what? What else do you assume about me? You assume that I listen to boom bam bam boom bam bam boom bam bam. Now I know that offends some people, but hey, you know what? I don't listen to that music. I listen to old school rave. But see, this is the thing. Like, people assume certain things about me that aren't even true, just based on the way I look. Like it's like, and I don't like to identify with that because I'm first off, I'm not that. I don't listen to boom pam pam boom pam pam. I don't fucking. And this like might upset a lot of people, but it upsets me every time I go to the fucking store and they start talking to me in Spanish. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was born here. Stupid. Like, I mean, it's like it's like an insult. Like, what the fuck? I'm not saying that I wish I were white or anything like that. It's just, I mean, like, that's why, like, I believe, like, in our country, we should just speak one language. Otherwise, we gotta learn to speak Chinese because there's people that only speak Chinese here, too. So what? I mean, do Mexicans that only speak Spanish now they gotta learn Chinese too? Just keep it one language, English. And I don't mean to get so, you know, like I said, like if I upset you, it's just my opinion. I'm just my channel. You don't have to watch or listen. But it's just the way I see things. It's just holy moly macaroni. What the hell? I just fucking do. What the fuck did I press? Fuck you, man. I hope I didn't. Oh, I forgot to show the damn song I was listening to. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like, okay, you might say like, well, what the hell? I'm being a hypocrite because the woman I'm in love with, yes, um, she's very beautiful and pale and blue-eyed and blonde-haired. So why am I being a hypocrite? You know what? I think that's why I think sometimes like God is orchestrating some of this. Like he wants to heal me and change certain things about me, and he wants me to love her. Like that's why like I feel like she's like in a lot of ways opposite, but she's in a lot of ways perfect for me. Perfect to change certain things about my soul that need to change. That's what if you look up twin flames on YouTube, you search that, you start to study that, you start to notice like maybe this stuff is true. Like twin flame is not a soulmate. It's like the mirrored version of you. Like so she first off she's beautiful. She's blonde. She's pale. Sorry, I didn't say pale. I mean she's beautiful, light skin. She's blue eyed, and I'm the opposite. So it's like the energies balance out. So I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm so attracted to her. She's opposite to me. Um, so I'm being hypocritical. Yes, I know. Okay, back to where am I going again? Oh, I didn't pay attention. I mean, what I speak about is scattered, it's unorganized. You might say, this guy's fucking crazy. What is he doing making his channel? You know what? I'm starting off. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I watch Evan Carmichael. Look him up on YouTube. You look at his first videos. He himself has said he was kind of horrible at starting off. Like, he didn't know what he was doing. And it wasn't until, like, the second, third, or I don't know if it was the fifth year that he started getting real good at it. Even his set, everything looked professional. Like, he's got a lot of people that know him and stuff like that. Oh, and that's the thing, too. I mean, because I don't want people to think, oh, this guy, he's probably not, he probably hates Trump. No, I love Trump. I love that guy. He's awesome. probably my favorite president. Like I love his style. I love the way he expresses himself. I feel like he speaks the truth in a lot of ways. So I mean, it's just yeah, I love that guy. I think it's important to have borders. I mean, it's like can't have a country without borders. I mean, I'm not too political, but I mean, my gut says always I trust Republicans more. Why? It's just my gut. I mean, my entire family is Republican, and I just feel it in my gut. It's the right choice for me to believe in. Like I don't know too much, like I said, about politics. I mean, I've sometimes wanted to get a political science degree, but I don't know. I think my destiny is with music and art. But things could change. I mean, I might get inspired too in the future. Oh, wait a minute, is this the third one? Okay, I'm just gonna stop right here. Or should I stop? Yeah, just an hour show. I mean, if you got bored, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm barely starting off on this. And what I said about like certain things about race, like forgive me. Like I love all people. I do. It's just I think certain things do have to come to the surface because it's just it's better to you know talk about certain things. But it is a delicate issue, and forgive me, love all people. Okay, so I mean sometimes I say shit and piss people off, and like I said, I'm sorry. Deep down, I feel sorry. Always try to be good. So yes, this concludes the Wolfrhymes show today. So thank you for tuning in, and if nobody's tuned in to the future people that watch my show, God bless you. And if you're an atheist, universe bless you. So